Advanced tries in O level. Now, children, this O level is in German exam, and this Ivan, who was the main character of this play, of the story, he was what? He was a prisoner. Okay, and he just he was so eager to get some academic qualification, and he decided to give an exam, a German O level exam. Now, children yet attended the classes. Okay, in the prisons they had that classes for the prisoners. So he has attended this German classes, and he wants some academic qualification. That's why he just decided to give this exam. So the story starts with the conversation between the governor of the Oxford prison, the prison in which Evans was, and between the secretary of the examination board. Okay, they were discussing that how Evans is going to give the paper. Fine. Now there are some characters in this story. First is the secretary of the examination board. Second, the governor of the HM prison Oxford. Third is James Evans, a prisoner on which the story is based. Okay, Mr. Jackson, he was a prisoner officer, a senior prisoner officer. Mr. Stephens, he was also a prisoner officer. We can say he was an assistant of Mr. Jackson. Then Edmund S. McCleary, an invigilator. This McCleary is a priest, okay, as well as the invigilator who has taken the paper of Evans. Then Mr. Carter, detective superintendent. Then Mr. Bell, detective chief inspector. So these are the characters in this story. Now we start with the chapter. All precautions have been taken to see to it that the O-level German examination arranged in the prison of Evans does not provide him with any means of escape. Now, children, I told you that this Evans is a prisoner. Okay, so the writer is saying that when Evans was giving a paper, okay, the prisoner officers, the governor, everybody had taken precautions so that their Evans could not escape from the prison. Okay, it was in early March when the secretary of the examination board received a call from the Oxford prison. Now, what is there in March? In the early March, the secretary of the examination board, he received a call from governor. Okay, it was a slightly unusual request, governor, but I don't see why we shouldn't try to help. Just one fellow, you see. Now, what did the governor say? The governor just informed the secretary that there is a fellow, there is a prisoner in a prison, want to give paper of O level. Okay, so these are the dialogues. This is slightly unusual words. These are the dialogues by the. These words are spoken by the secretary of the examination board. So what did he say to the governor? He told that I can help you in this matter. And what you say? There's only one fellow who want to give the paper. That said, chap called Evans started night classes in O-level German last September. Says he's dead keen to get some sort of academic qualification. Now, what did he say? The governor said, yes, sir. There's only one fellow. There's only one prisoner. His name was Evans. Okay, he just started the night classes. I told you that what is there? The people, the prisoners used to get night. The prisoners used to get night classes. Okay, night classes. Wait a minute, children. Okay, so there will be the night classes for the prisoners. Fine. So he has also attended this night class. Okay, now what he wants? Now he wants to get some qualifications, some academic degree, some qualifications. So he decided to give the German O-level exam. So the governor said that yes, sir. He was the fellow who was taking the night classes. The night classes started in last September. Okay, and now he wants some academic qualifications, some degrees. So that's why he is eager to give the paper. Okay, is he any good? Now the secretary asked, do you think he is of any good? What does this mean? This means that do you think that he had studied that much that he was able to give the paper? He is the only one in the class who you can say he is an individual tuition all the time. Really, would have cost him a packet if he would have been outside. What did the governor say? The governor said that, sir, he's the only one in the class, okay, who is taking this night classes, who is attending these night classes. Okay, so you can say that he got one-to-one tuition. Fine. So obviously, He is good for something. He had some knowledge. Okay, and what did the governor added further? He said that would have cost him a packet if he would have been outside. What he said that if he had gained this degree outside, what will happen? It will cost him a lot. Okay, to get this degree of O level. So let him give a chance. Well, let's give him a chance, shall we? Now the secretary. Okay. He was in a doubt. Why he was in a doubt? Because the governor was requesting for a prisoner. Okay, so obviously this prisoner is in a prison due to some crime he has committed. So that's why shall be and a question mark was there. Okay, so what did the governor, the secretary said that okay, let's give him a chance, and then he questioned. Shall we? Okay, that's totally kind of what exactly the procedure now. Now, what did the governor did? He just ignored his question. That shall be. And what he said, "Oh, sir, thank you so much, and do let me know what is the procedure." Oh, don't worry about that. I will be sending you all the forms and stuff. What is it? What is the you say? Evans. What did the secretary said? He said, "Don't worry. I will send you all the papers and everything." And he said, "What is the name you said?" Evans. James Roderick Evans. It sounded really grand. What did he say that? He said his full name. The governor said his full name. His full name was James Roderick Evans. Okay. Just one thing, governor. Now, the secretary had some inquiry. I told you he was a prisoner. Of course, the governor, the secretary is going to do some inquiry before sending someone to take the paper. What he said? Just one thing, Governor. He is not a violent sort of a fellow, is he? I don't want to know his criminal record or anything like that. But what did he say? He just inquired. The secretary just inquired. Yes, I want to know that if he is not a violent sort of fellow. Okay. So he said that I don't want to know why he was in the jail. Okay, what crime he had done. I don't want to know his criminal record. But what is there? I just want to know that is he a violent person? Okay. No, there is no record of violence. Quite a decent sort of trap, they tell you. They here are the prisoner officers' children. Okay, so what did the governor say? That no, sir, I didn't get any violent record from the prisoner officers. Okay, each and every officer, what they used to give me the feedback for that advance, that he was a very calm and quiet. Okay, he was not a violent sort of a fellow. Bit of a card. Bit of a card means bit furious. Bit of a card means bit furious. Okay, so he said that bit of a card really. One of the stars of the Christmas concert. Imitation, you know, a sort of a thing might get good stuff. Now, what did the governor say? He said that, sir, he is a bit of a humorous person. And the governor also compared him with a comedian. This Mike Yarwood is a comedian. So he said he's just like a comedian. Why? Because he used to copy him. Okay, so he said that, sir, he's just like Mike Yarwood, used to copy. He's just a comedian. He's just a humorous person. Right? No violent records as such. Okay, no, he's just a congenital kleptomaniac. That's all. He said that he's just a natural kleptomania. What is kleptomania, children? Kleptomaniac person is a person who used to steal things. Okay, he's not a thief. Okay, the thieves used to, what is the difference between a kleptomaniac and a thief? A kleptomaniac is a person who used to see the things and was so eager to steal it. Okay, and what a thief, they never use, these kleptomaniac person, they never use that things for their own purpose. It is just there when they used to see something, some beautiful things. They just want that things for themselves. That's it. Okay, and there is a thief, what he used to do, the thieves always used to steal the things for their own purpose. Either they sell it or they use it for themselves. Okay, but this kleptomaniac person, they just look at the beautiful things, they become eager of it and they steal. Fine. So he said that he is having a problem of kleptomania. That's it. Okay, that's all. The governor was tempted to add something else, but he thought better of it. He would look after that vertical side of the thing. What is this? Governor wants to add something more. He wants to tell something more to the governor, but he decided not to tell. And he decided that he will look at that part to himself. Okay. Okay, precisely said the secretary, you can arrange it here. Now what did the secretary said that, okay, fine. I agreed, I will send somebody for the paper. Now you just tell me, can you arrange a room? Okay, in a room in which we can take this paper. No problem, sir. No problem. He's in the cell of his own. If you have no objection, you can sit and examine him. What did the governor said? He said, sir, don't worry. Okay, he is in his own locker. He can sit there and he can give his exam over there. And that's fine. But he said that, okay, this is fine. And we could easily get one of the persons from the St. Mary Mass to invigilate in that. St. Mary Mass is a church. So what did he say? The governor added that, so we will get some priests from there, from the St. Mary Mass. Okay, and he can invigilate. He can take the paper of Evans. Fine, yes, they seem to have a lot of persons there, don't they? And what did the governor, what did the secretary said? That yes, they had a lot of persons there. There are a lot of priests who used to go and take these papers. So in the earlier times, children, the priests used to go and take the papers of these prisoners and all. Okay, so that's why they want to arrange a priest from St. Mary Mass from a church. Okay, the two men clubbed good naturedly and secretary had a final thought. Now they both talked very nicely, and then secretary again a thought came in his mind, in the mind of that secretary. Okay, what he said? At least there is one thing. You shouldn't have much trouble in keeping him incommodate, should you? Okay, what do you mean by this word? INCOMMONICHO. Incommodate means to not able to allowed to communicate with other people. The right meaning not able or allowed to communicate with other people. Not able or allowed to communicate with other people. Okay. So what did the secretary said? The secretary had a last question, and he questioned the governor that if it was easy, okay, to stop Evans communicating with others. This question came into his mind. Okay, he said, just give me this answer that if it is easy for you that you can stop Evans from communicating with others. Okay, the governor checked politely once more, reiterated his stance, and slowly gathered the foot down. What did the governor do? Governor just laughed. Okay, he said thank you too. He didn't answer the secretary's question. Okay, he just made a small laugh, a small smile, you can say, and then he said thank you, and he just put the phone down. And after putting the phone down, he said, now why the governor did not answer few of the questions of secretary? Because he know that these are the problems which the governor is going to face, and if he is going to discuss these problems with the secretary, obviously the secretary is not going to send anyone for the exams. Okay, so that's why sometimes he don't want to answer the questions of secretary. Evans the Prey, as a prison officers called him, thrice he had escaped from the prison. Now what is there? Why was the governor was not ready to answer? Because he was called as Evans the Prey. Why? Because thrice he has tried to escape from the prison. But as for the recent wave of unrest in the maximum security establishment at North, he couldn't now be placed in the governor's premises in Oxford, and the governor was going to make absolute certain that he wouldn't be disgracing them. Not that Evans was a really burden, but just a precise nagging presence. Now what is there? Now he was in the governor's what? The governor is going to look after him. Okay, now he was what? Nagging, gracing means honor. Okay, so what is there? Now the governor knows this thing that he just tries to escape from the prison. Fine. So the governor is himself going to look each and everything which is there during the examination. Each and every security the governor himself decided to check. Okay, now the governor is saying that Evans is not a burden for them. But what is the problem? Every time he tried to escape by some or the other way. So this is the problem. So problem is what? That they are a little uncomfortable with him. Why? Because we can say he always stepped forward from the prisoner officers and the governor. What they thought and what Evans thought, that is totally different. So it is not a burden to keep him, but what is there, it is very difficult to keep. Why? Because he always tried to find a way to escape from the prison. Why they were worried? Because they thought that this is also a way of him for escaping from the prison by giving this paper. Okay, he will be all right. He would be all right in Oxford though. The governor would see to it personally. The governor has decided that he will see to it personally that he didn't get any chance to escape this time. And beside there was just a possibility that Evans was genuinely interested in O-level German. Just a slight possibility, and the governor knows this thing that Evans was not at all interested in German O-level. He was only interested in what? He was only finding a way to escape again. Just a very slight possibility. At 8:30 p.m. on Monday, 7 June, Evans' German teacher shook him by the hand in a heavily guarded recreational room just across the TV. Now, what is there one day before the exam? That is on 7 June. Okay, at night, 8:30 p.m., the teacher of Evans, German teacher of Evans, he just shake hands with Evans, okay, and just wish him good luck. Didn't Gillick hear Evans? What he said something in German. So what was the reaction of Evans? Pardon? It means he was not able to understand the German now. I said good luck for tomorrow. What did the German said? German teacher said, he said that I am telling you good luck for tomorrow. Oh, thanks, sir. I mean, then so much. He said, oh, thank you. Yes. Now again, he replied in German. Okay, you haven't the cat in a health chance to get it. Of course, but now what did the German say? German teacher said that he didn't have a single chance to get passed on this paper. But okay, fine. I may surprise everybody, said Han said, you just don't worry. I may surprise everyone. At 8:30 the following morning, Evans had two visitors in fact. He juggled his blebby string vest into his equally trousers and stood up from his bunk, smiling cheerfully. Morning, Mr. Jackson. This is indeed a morning. What is there at the next morning? The morning on which the paper was there at 8:30, two people came to visit to meet this Evans in his cell. Who were there? First is Mr. Jackson. What was Evans doing? He was just wearing his vest and he was just lying down on his bunk. Bunk means bed. P-U-N-K. Bunk means bed. So, he was wearing a dirty vest and a dirty trouser, and he was just lying down on his bed when Mr. Jackson just came to meet him. So he just wake up from his bed and did what he said. He just got up from his bed and he said, smiling. Okay, by smiling, he said, good morning, Mr. Jackson. This is an Indian honor. Now, this is what? He's taunting Mr. Jackson. Why? Jackson was a senior prisoner officer of D Wing, and he and Evans already become warm enemies. It means Evans and Mr. Jackson, they both don't like each other. Okay. At Jackson's side stood Officer Stephen, a burly B-U-R-L-Y, really means a strong, large and strong, tall and strong. So a Tom Shirley S-U-R-L-Y means bad tempered, angry fellow. Okay. Looking man, only recently recruited to the profession. Now with Mr. Jackson, another person came, that was Officer Stephen, and he was a long, strong, okay, a tall, strong, and a bad-tempered looking person. Okay, Jackson nodded good. And how's our little Einstein this morning? Now what is there? Now Jackson made fun of Evans, and he said, how's little Einstein this morning? Why he told him Einstein? Because he was the only fellow in the prison who was giving exam. Okay, was it the mathematician, Mr. Jackson? I think he was a Jew, Mr. Jackson. Now what is that? He also replied in the same way, in the same tone. He said that, what do you think, Mr. Jackson? Einstein was a mathematician. He said, no, Einstein is not. Einstein was a Jew. Now what is here? He was telling Jackson as a Hitler and himself as a Jew. So he was saying that you used to behave like a Hitler with me. Okay, so he was also taunting Mr. Jackson. Ivan's face was unshaven and he wore a quickly looking red and white bobble hat on his head. Give me the chance, Mr. Jackson. I was just going to shave it in passing. What he said that was unshaven and he said that, sir, just give me a chance. I was about to shave when you just came in. Okay? Which reminds me, Jackson turns his eyes on Stephen. Make sure you take his razor out of the cell when we finish wrapping this ugly mug of his. M-U-G, children, your mug means face. So, what did Jackson say? He just looked at Stephen and he told him that when he finishes this shaving of his, you just remove all the things, all these razors and everything from his cell. One of these days, he will do us a favor and cut his bloody. What did he say? That one of these days, he can even cut his throat to ran away. For a few seconds, Evans looked thoughtfully at the man standing ramrod. Ramrod means strict supervisor. Okay, straight in front of him. A string of Second World War medals proudly paraded over his left breast pocket. Mr. Jackson, was it you who took my nail scissors away? Evans had always worried about his name. Now, what is there? Evans just looked at Mr. Jackson. Jackson was just standing in front of him. Okay, the medals are being lined up like this. The Second World War medals were lined up in his chest, and what is there? He was just standing as a strict supervisor. So what did Evans ask? Evans asked, like, sir, you have taken my nail cutter. Nail scissor means nail cutter. Okay, and your nail file too. What did the Jackson said? Yes, your nail cutter as well as your nail file. Look, for a moment, Evans' eyes nodded dangerous, but Jackson was ready for him. What is there? He just looked at Jackson very angrily. Evans, he just looked at Jackson very angrily and he said, look means you just return my things, okay? Orders of the governor. Evans leaned forward and heard his voice dropping a harsh, contemptuous whisper. You want to complain? What did this governor do? He said that these are the orders from the governor. Okay, I can't help it. And he just come forward and just leaned like this on his face and he said, what do you want? You want to complain? Okay, go and complain. Evans shrugged his shoulders like crisis was. Okay, what did Evans do? Like this. And the crisis was the argument which is about to start, that was over. You have got half an hour to smart yourself, Evans, and take that bloody hat off. What did he say? That you only got half an hour. Okay, just shave or whatever you want to do. Okay, and take that hat off. Me? Hat up. Evans put his right hand lovingly on the top of the pretty woman and smiled sadly. What he did, he was wearing a hat. Okay, so he just put a hand on the hat and he smiled. He said, sir, this hat, you want me to take this hat? Okay, do you know, Mr. Jackson, it is the only thing that ever brought me any sort of luck in life. Kind of a lucky charm, if you know what I mean. And today I thought, well, with me exam and all that. He said, sir, I can say this hat is a lucky charm for me. Okay, it brought a luck for me. Okay, and today you know my exam is there. How can I remove my lucky charm today? Okay, buried somewhere in Jackson was a tiny note of compassion and advancement. What is there, children? There is compassion and sympathy. Okay, there is some sympathy inside Jackson's heart, and Evans knew this. So he just said in a very polite way to Jackson that, sir, this hat is a lucky charm for me, and I cannot remove this hat. Okay, because today I'm having a paper, and this can help me. This is a lucky charm, or you can say a sort of a lucky thing for me. So please allow me to wear this. Okay, just this one. Then Shirley Temple, S-H-I-R-L-Y. Shirley Temple means, children, she was an actress. And why this actress was famous? She was famous because of his wavy hair. Okay, so here again, what he commented, this Jackson, he said, okay, just keep this hat. And he just told him Shirley Temple. He just commented him Shirley Temple. If there was one thing that Jackson genuinely noted about Evans, it was his long wavy hair. What was that one thing that genuinely this Jackson hated about Evans was that long wavy hairs and get him shaved. So he said that, okay, do your shave, and he just commented him with the name of Shirley Temple. Okay, I told you she was a actress, and that actress is famous for her wavy hairs. Okay, fine.